What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Super Nerds.
I am totally not Alfarius.
And I'm Shazam.
And what are we doing today?
Today, we will be doing another fan casting, this time for the DCEU Teen Titans.
Teen Titans, go! 1, 2, 3, 4, go! Teen Titans!
Well, of course, you can't have the Teen Titans without Robin.
Or Nightwing.
Slash Nightwing, I don't care which one you do, my person could play either.
Same.
Well, start us off.
Okay, so for the caveat, I didn't cast teens. I picked one of the Sprouse twins. Either one. They look really similar. Seriously, you could pick the one that played Jughead. You could pick the one that is doing voice acting now. He's in the new Warhammer Total War game, by the way.
Also owns a brewery.
Owns a brewery, yes.
Yeah.
So either one, literally, again, flip a coin.
I went with Artemis Knight, who plays MK in Into the Badlands. Pretty good show. A lot of heavy action. I want lots of fighting from my Robin. Artemis Knight does lots of fighting in a TV show already. Let's give him a shot.
Up next, Cyborg, who was in Justice League.
So can't be a member of the Teen Titans, probably.
Yeah.
But we're gonna cast him anyway.
We're gonna cast him anyway because he was in the original animated show. So he's gonna be in the Teen Titans. And we actually agree on the casting for this.
Yeah, doesn't happen often, but John Boyega.
Awesome.
Great casting.
Yes, he's a great actor. He was absolutely wasted in the Star Wars sequels. Yeah. The dude clearly likes the source material that's being put in front of him, so give him a shot.
I'm going to get started about how they dropped the opportunity with Finn and Poe in those.
If you want to hear us rant about the Star Wars sequels, please let us know.
Golly, we have a lot of hate towards J.J. Abrams and the new trilogy. Anyways.
Up next is Starfire.
They were all kind of used for comic relief because that was a really funny show.
Yeah.
But she especially fit the profile of like the ditzy blonde.
There's a lot of not understanding the customs of the comedy that comes from that. I chose Lei Seydoux, a Bond girl, with the newest Bond movie coming out this year. She will be a 2-time Bond girl. She was in Mission Impossible. She did her own stunts in that too, which is pretty freaking awesome. She was the one that got kicked out of the Dubai Tower and fell like 1,000 feet to her death in that. So, yeah, she's got the action thing going down. Again, you know, her not being orange and an alien is not an issue here. She can act. She's got an accent and she doesn't have to hide it. She's French. So, guess what? The aliens, they just speak with a French accent now.
Plenty of franchises have done worse.
Yes, they have.
I went with Ariana Grande. I think she looks the part of Starfire. I think that she has that ditzy personality perfectly down in that Nickelodeon show. I don't remember what it's called. I never really watched it. But I know that she was very popular. I think she'd make a great Starfire. We know she can sing, she can dance, so she could probably do enough stage fights. So let's give her a shot. Why don't we? Alright, moving on to another female member of the Teen Titans, the goth underworld princess, daughter of Trigon, Raven.
Azrath, Metreon, Zinthos, baby.
I went with Chloe Grace Moretz. Very good actress. Mm-hmm. That's not up to a debate. She has like that, you know, like real dark, I don't know, quality about her. I know she's blonde. Hey, that's Hollywood. Yeah, exactly. We can fix that no problem. So I think she'd make a perfect Raven.
Really good in The Miseducation of Cameron Post, if you've seen it. Yeah, no, good pick.
She didn't kick ass. She's in.
Yeah, she's Hit Girl.
Yeah,
she's Hit Girl.
She's in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, if you want to see Nicolas Cage shoot her, that's your movie. I went with Rooney Mara. I mainly thought of her in Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Obviously, maybe less piercings and no mohawk, but she puts off the goth vibe that you want from Raven, but also the kind of elegant danger in a way. And again, she's probably the best actor/actress I put on this freaking list. Beast Boy. For Beast Boy, I went with, again, he's comic relief, but he's the heart and soul. He's who you root for, really. Logan Lerman, and not just for the fact that his name is alliteration.
All comic book characters have
All comic book characters are. Butterfly Effect, the number 23, Noah.
Oh, he's so good.
Fury.
Yeah.
He's the one guy that survives in Fury. CGI, I'm green. He can turn into animals.
Oh,
I looked it up. He can do that.
I went with a much lesser known actor, Robbie Kay. He plays Peter Pan in Once Upon a Time, the Disney ABC TV show.
Okay.
Pretty good. Not even kidding. That's a pretty good show. Spoiler warning, but he plays Peter Pan. Peter Pan is not the Peter Pan you think of when you think of Peter Pan in that show. He's dark and kidnaps the Lost Boys. Awesome actor. Very cool. Yeah. And I'm all about letting some newcomers come up and try to make a nice new name for themselves. So, Robbie Kay.
Up next, probably hate her for certain things she did.
If you've seen Judas Contract
Yes.
or read Judas Contract.
She broke all of our hearts, especially Beast Boys. Tara.
Who you got?
I went with, she's fairly young, Victoria Pedretti. You might know her from The Haunting of Hill House and most recently The Haunting of Bly Manor, where she absolutely freaking killed it. She broke my heart. She's an amazing freaking actress. Her range is amazing. With Tara, you need that conflicted, soft, innocent soul that's just been hardened by circumstance. She can absolutely nail it.
Yeah, soft, innocent soul hardened by circumstance. That's a very nice way to put the actress I chose as well. I went with Kieran Shipka. Or Kieran Shipka?
Kiernan?
Shipka. The chick that plays Sabrina in the new Sabrina TV show on Netflix. I think she'd make a perfect Tara. The last and final member of the Teen Titans that we're going to cast is another female, very underrated, and probably the most powerful person on the entire list, Donna Troy. Love me some Donna Troy.
Wonder Gal.
Yeah.
I went with Catherine Langford. She was in 13 Reasons Why. She was also in recently in Knives Out, which is like a whodunit. But mainly the reason I picked her was when I was looking through her filmography, she was apparently supposed to be in Endgame as Tony Stark's grown-up daughter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but they cut that, so I'm going on the assumption that that's not canon. So let's put her in this.
Yeah.
I speak with the legal authority of DC Incorporated.
All right. Not too bad again. She is a really good actress. I went with Camila Mendez. You were just talking about Riverdale earlier. She plays Veronica. Almost put her as Raven, but then I was like, nah, I think she'd make a better Donna Troy. She would play off of Gal Gadot really well. They have like a similar, skin tone, hair color, eye shape, that kind of thing.
She's a better actress than Gal Gadot. She's good. I liked Riverdale until I suddenly didn't, but no, she's a very good Veronica.
The best part.
First off, Slade /Deathstroke /Slade Wilson
/Deathstroke's the Terminator. Depending on where you go, whether you have Nightwing or Robin and Deathstroke or Slade, however you want to do it, I think most of the internet's behind me here, Joe Manganiello, the most perfect cast for Deathstroke.
Definitely.
So good, in fact, that Zack Snyder put him in his extended cut. Since I won't get the credit for that, even though I love Joe Manganiello and his Gary Gygax D&D dungeon is of just absolute legend, I went with Matt Mikkelsen.
Ooh!
Now, I know he's already in the MCU, but...
He's also in Star Wars.
Oh yeah, he is in
He's
Star
Jen
Wars.
Erso's dad.
Yeah.
Also, if we were doing a Solid Snake movie, that's who I'd pick.
Oh,
Solid
he'd
Snake.
be the best Solid Snake. He looks like Solid Snake already.
I went with Stephen Lang, He was the bad guy, the Colonel, in Avatar. He's also played Stonewall Jackson in Gods and Generals, the worst Civil War movie ever made, and also in Gettysburg, which is actually a much better Civil War movie.
Were you playing Stonewall in both?
No, he was Pickett, General George Pickett in Gettysburg. He's just got the menacing old guy. Like, I picture Slade as the, say, 50, 60-year-old dude who hasn't slowed down a bit. He hasn't lost a beat. The dude's still jacked for an old dude, and he's awesome. Great bad guy. Great bad guy.
Yeah, I think both of our picks are very good bad guys, but honestly, I wouldn't change Joe Manganiello for anything.
No, I honestly forgot.
He's so...
I forgot that he was in the... Yeah.
Like, that's up there with Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Like, he's a great Superman. He's a great Deathstroke. Those are perfect castings. A female villain.
Yeah.
Starfire's sister.
Fun in the family.
Another alien from outer space.
Blackfire. All right. For this, I rated Game of Thrones. Natalie Emmanuel. She played. It's been so long, and I was so disappointed by Game of Thrones, so forgive me for this. She played Daenerys' handmaiden. The one that gets her head cut off at the end of the series. Spoiler alert. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, and she also drives fast cars in Fast and the Furious 57. Still fast, somehow still furious. She's great from what I've seen. I think she's...
You know, I've never seen a Fast and the Furious movie.
Well, let me spoil them all for you. They drive, they drive, they drive, they drive, they drive, they drive, they keep driving.
Oh, I feel like I was there.
Yeah, Natalie Emmanuel. She's just got the look that I like. She was great as what is her? Missandei. And again, literally, I feel bad for her because she was in Game of Thrones season 8. So we're throwing her a bone here. Be like, here, we know you can act. Ugh.
And you get to play a super powerful comic book character.
This is true.
So that'd be really cool.
The second favorite kid, though.
Well, I mean, those always become the villains. I went with an actress from the CW, once again, from the TV show The 100. I don't know if you ever watched that.
Yes.
She plays Octavia. Her name is Marie...
Avgeropoulos?
Yeah, it's Greek, and I know it ends in Opolis. Marie Avgeropoulos. Hell of a last name, but she can act. I think she'd be a phenomenal Blackfire. Again, I'm trying to keep it as young as possible, or at least young as looking as possible. I don't know the age of almost any of my actors, but I know that they could pass as teenagers.
Brother Blood. You need a charismatic person, somebody who just screams cult leader.
Yes.
Like, this person could be a cult leader. Keep an eye on him.
Funny you mentioned cult leader, because mine played a cult leader in The Mentalist. He also played Alex in A Clockwork Orange. He also was in Star Trek The Next Generation. If you haven't guessed by now, Malcolm McDowell. Holy hell, this guy is the most perfect choice to play Brother Blood. He's literally played a cult leader before. Like, he'd make a great Brother Blood. If he's still kicking when they finally make a Teen Titans movie. Of course, he might be immortal. I don't know. Who'd you go with?
Okay, so I went with Will Ferrell, who was in Eastbound and Down with Danny McBride, who was in Pineapple Express with Seth Rogen, who was in Neighbors with Rose Byrne, who was in X-Men First Class with Kevin Bacon. And that's this week's 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Again, I say it all the time. He's freaking great.
So good.
Yeah, he's just got the structure, the bone structure that screams out Brother Blood to me. And he kind of looks like the animated version of him too. But
so does Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It's the patrician cheekbones, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, just have him in there for one movie. Screw it, make him the first freaking villain. Make him the first freaking villain. They fight the Hive, and they can kill him for all I care, but just give him some freaking screen time.
The next villain we're going to be talking about, Madmod.
I should have done Madmod. I love Madmod.
Just kidding. Trigon.
Damn. Raven's daddy.
Raven's dad.
Devil. One of the many
One
devils.
of the DC, one of the DC devils. You know, interdimensional demon. This will probably be one of those voice of things like we did Galactus. He can't really play Trigon. He's like the size of a city sometimes.
Yeah,
It's
he
depicted.
can do cool stuff with mocap.
So powerful, so huge. DC's Mephisto, basically, except less meddling
Yeah.
and more, I'll just destroy Earth. But I went with
Let's all state stand. Are you in good hands?
Dennis Haber.
Gotcha. Okay.
He also plays God in Lucifer on Netflix. He's in a couple of other things, but that voice would be an interdimensional demon's voice. I mean,
Okay, that's a good pick. Does he play actual God?
yeah.
Okay.
He plays Lucifer's father.
Okay. I went on the same assumption. Voice. I stuck close to home on this one. I chose the man who voiced Slade in the animated series,
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
Love that guy.
Ron Perlman.
He also was played a
Hellboy.
hellish fiend before.
Hellboy, leader of a motorcycle gang, a Russian sniper, an enemy at the gates.
It's got that menacing evil voice.
Yeah.
Just sounds like we're plotting and planning.
And again, just layer the vocals, it'd be even more menacing.
That's a good pick. I love.
Yeah, Ron Perlman's freaking great.
Yeah.
And he's a fan too, obviously.
Yeah.
So, book it.
That's a good one.
Okay.
That's been our fan casting of the Teen Titans movie, not TV show, because
Nope.
again, we're not talking about that TV show.
Nope.
Let us know who you think had the better cast in the comments below. Subscribe for more super nerdy content just like this. Maybe let us know some more fan castings you'd like to see us do.
Yes, actually. Speaking of that,
Yes?
coming soon. No promises on time. Green Lantern fan cast, and also a discussion of Sailor Moon.
And maybe a Sailor Moon fan cast.
Maybe a Sailor Moon fan cast.
And until next time, bye! Oh, my butt's numb.
Ugh.